welcome back everyone to all the Neffyness. I am back again with another layout, and this time I am taking a break from all my design team projects and actually crafting with some stuff that I have in my stash. But it's kind of also using some design team stuff because the kit I'm using, or these papers I'm using, are from the January Gossamer Blue kits. And I'm starting off with a photo of myself in this 12 by 12 layout, and I'm basically starting from scratch. So I wanted to record this process just to show you guys how, it can go sometimes when you are in the mood for scrapping, but yet you really just don't know where to start. My first tip would be to just go on Pinterest and look for inspiration. I have an account on Pinterest, and I'm also all the Neffyness on there if you guys are interested in following me. And I love posting a lot of fun layouts. Most of them are very minimal, and anything that is bright and white backgrounds is mostly what I like to share. So if you guys are interested, definitely go check me out. I do have the link down in the description box. So you guys saw me show you a photo of what inspired me, and basically they were paper strips. And so I'm going into these pretty papers. I really was in the mood for some pink and some pretty aquas and mint colors, and definitely some black and white. So good old classic pretty colors. And I was definitely itching for them. So I decided to switch my paper to 8.5 by 11, just because I really liked that narrower page that you saw there. And I'm going to add a little bit of a base to my photo just to add a little something behind it and kind of create a base for it, since I won't really be doing much layering behind the photo. Instead, what I'm going to be doing here, as you guys saw in, it was a very short clip, but in that close-up I showed you of my phone on Pinterest, there was a super cute layout with a bunch of strips on the right hand side of the page, and it was very light and airy, and I just love the look of it. So I'm trying to sort of repeat that, and I'm going in with these papers, and like I said, I'm using pinks, black and whites, and then that pretty mint and aqua. And I'm just basically going in with, however I can find the papers go best. But I also thought about adding a little bit of texture to it, just because I thought the papers would be a little bit just kind of plain, using just so many papers. So I decided to bring something else to use. But first, I want to get my picture situated. And so I'm adding a little bit of vellum backing to it. And I'm just going to stick my photo down like that. Super simple. Not much to give. But I like how my photo is there. However, the focus is beside it. So I just added some of this tape, and I'm going to go in and start sticking stuff down on top of it. I'm also going to go in with a sewing machine. However, I'm not going to be stitching every single one. I think I just go in for a few strips and added just a little bit of stitching to it. And so you guys saw me bring that white ribbon. It's actually really, really pretty. It's this white glittery ribbon that I found at the dollar store around Christmas time. And I think I bought maybe like 4 rolls because it's just so cute. And I'm going to add it, as you guys saw me fold it up a little bit, I'm going to be adding that as well. But what I'm doing first is just trimming up these papers so that they fit nicely beside my photo and they add that special detail to it. I'm finding a different piece for that section, just because that cactus kind of didn't go with the layout. I didn't know if I want to add something behind my photo there, but I changed my mind. I like just how it was looking like that. I figured I would just add more detail to it with some embellishments. So here I am, I'm bringing out my sewing machine, and you guys aren't going to watch this whole process, but I do go in and add some stitching on some of these strips, and then I also add stitching to the white glittery ribbon that you guys saw me there. That's how I'll be sticking it down. So what I do here is a little bit of zigzagging actually. I didn't quite remember. And once I've got that all done, I'm going to put all those little threads to the back of my page and then stick them down so that I don't have too much of it in the front. In fact, I kind of just kept the stitching to the front, and then all the strings were thrown to the back, and then I just ended up taping those up so that they wouldn't be in the way. So it is kind of a tedious job, but as you can see, I went all through the top to the bottom of those strips and just randomly went in and added some stitching. So now I'm cutting out some of these cute what would you call this? Word bubbles, I guess. And these are from the, oh gosh, it's the Crepe Paper Oh My Heart collection. No, not Oh My Heart. It was their Valentine's Day collection. As you guys know, Crepe Paper does a collection every year for Valentine's Day, and it's this year's gorgeous collection. And so I liked some of those cute little bubbles, and I'm gonna add some to my layout, and I'm gonna puff them up on some pop dots. Did I say puff them up? I meant pop them up. I'm gonna pop them up on some layouts, and now I'm going to be bringing out my embellishments since I have already finished all the stitching on the side of my paper. And I really do like it. It's a really fun, colorful, and just textured on the side. The photo that I have, it could be a little weird, but sometimes I just like weird photos. I took this picture during the winter. It's actually during Christmas time, and it was super cold. And I was messing around with the stories on Instagram and the filters, so I was just having a blast. As you guys know, I love scrapping selfies. I think it's the perfect chance for me to use pink since I do not have a daughter, because otherwise, if I did, I would be using all the pink stuff on her. But I've got my little guy, and unfortunately, you can only use so much pink on him. Not much. So I'm bringing these bows. These are from, oh gosh, I think these are from the Gather collection, the Maggie Holmes Gather. I do not think they're Chasing Dreams because I actually have not purchased any of that collection. And these are super cute. They're just embellishments. And I added one to the top, and I'm kind of gonna move that one around, and also the one there by my photo, because I'm gonna be bringing in my title. But you guys saw me add another little sticker there on the strips. I was a little confused as to whether I should be adding too much stuff or keeping it minimal since there's already so much color to it. But I still felt like at this point I still needed to add a little something else to it. So at this moment, since I'm out of the frame, I'm looking for something I can use for my title, but also as little extra embellishments to the layout. And I brought out these Maggie Holmes Shine Collection thickers, which are super adorable, and they're full of glitter. So I liked that because I brought in the gold with that pink bow. That white bow. And so I'm bringing in the title, which is just going to be Lovely. And I think it goes perfect with this photo since there's not really much going on or much to explain. So I thought this was perfect. And that word Lovely is from, oh my gosh, that's a Paige Taylor Evans Thickers. So I'm just sticking the bow over that, and it kind of covered up the Y, so I think I might come in and move it maybe just a little more. Then I add some more of those same thickers, the little hearts. I add them to the paper strips. I move the bow a little bit over so that it's not covering my Y, because I really like how it curves, super cute. And then I brought out some more Gather collection. I brought out the chipboard sheet, but I don't think I use any of it. It really kind of, I mean, it looks pretty sitting next to my layout, but the chipboard pieces just weren't, they were a little bit too large for my layout. Then I tried the Oh My Heart collection, and I don't know if I kept that sticker or not. Nope. So I think after like a minute of two of fidgeting, I figure that all I need to do, instead of adding more stuff to my layout, I was just going to add a little bit of stamping under the lovely. I'm not going to do any journaling on this layout. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I normally do not add very much journaling to my layouts. And I don't know, like I cannot decipher whether it's because I just am too lazy to do it or because I just don't want to sit down and write the story. Like I guess that just means that it's all the same thing. I'm just lazy, but I kind of just like keeping my layouts as they are. There's a couple of times where I will add some, you know, words to my layout, but you know, it's just if the thought comes to me, then I'll do it. But here I thought it would just be perfect to add a little bit of stamping there, and I was using my Heidi Swap roller stamp with some phrases. And finally, I'm just going to add a little bit of splatters in that pretty teal color. And that pretty much finishes up my layout, guys. I hope that you guys enjoyed this process. It was really fun to get into my stash this time. I know I've been enjoying my Gossamer Blue kits, but I am glad that I went ahead and got into a bit of what I have. So I love this layout. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in my next video. Enjoy the close-ups. Bye-bye.